everybody to Blast Off Sports Media. We got another fire episode. Of course, we got my boy Lex from Real Sports Covering. We got my boy New York from Empire Sports Zone. And we got a special guest on the show. We got Antoine Watts Slicker from Fantasy AA. In today's episode, we're going to get into these picks versus the spread. We're going to help y'all beat the bookie. So let's get right into it. Game number one, we got the Atlanta Falcons traveling to Tampa Bay. That's a 1 o'clock game. The Falcons are 2.5-point underdogs, and the over-under is at 38.5. Let's start with New York. Who you got in that game?
I'm gonna take Atlanta with the points. Not a fan of Baker in Minnesota. Baker Mayfield, Tampa Bay. They only beat one team. That was people that think there was something in Minnesota. Minnesota's not nobody. They're pretenders. When they actually played good teams was Philly and Detroit. They lost. That offense, not a fan of. And Atlanta's actually playing all right. They lost last week, but they actually have over 400 yards in the game. While who they play? Washington. Who they play last week? Washington. Yeah, Washington. They only had like 86 yards. Atlanta's defense is actually up there, top 10 in the league. Surprisingly, I don't know where that came from, but the defense is actually good. And like I said, I'm good on Tampa. I'm good on the Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield. So I'm gonna take Atlanta with the points +2.
All right. Let's go to you, Antoine. Who you got in this game?
I'm with him. Atlanta with the points. Actually, Baker Mayfield got a contusion of some sort, and he might not even play. So they might be rolling out Kyle Trask here, and I think Atlanta will cover this game here. I got them with the points.
Okay. Last but not least, Lex, who you got in this game right here?
All right, so I guess I'm on the opposite side from you guys. Give me Tampa Bay. Minus the spread is 2.5. I do not bet halves. I do not do hooks. So I'm gonna buy that down to 2, or even buy it up to 3. Get a bookie back at half a point. Give me Tampa Bay. I expect Tampa to go on. It's a divisional game, divisional opponent rivalry. Give me Tampa to smoke them. Atlanta is not a very good team. Last week I was against Atlanta with Washington. Atlanta can move the ball. They just can't get into the end zone very often. I care nothing about 400 yards, 500 yards, and moving the ball up and down the field if you can't give me points. Give me Tampa, and that defense will not allow this young team to be able to move the ball this way. With David at linebacker, with Antoine Winfield Jr. at safety. It's just a different team. Vita at the D tackle. This Tampa Bay defense will stop all of that running and moving the ball up and down the field. Give me Tampa Bay for the win here. I give them the 2 points.
All right. Fun fact: Atlanta is 1-5 versus the spread, and the Bucks are 3-2. Let's move on to the next one. We got the Detroit Lions at the Baltimore Ravens. That's going to be a 1 o'clock game, and the Ravens are favored by 3. The over/under is at 42. Let's start with Antoine. Who you got in this matchup?
Hey, man, I ain't bet against the Lions all year, so I'm going with them again to cover that 3-point spread, brother. They might even win this one outright.
Okay, short and to the point. I like that. Lex, who you got?
Run that game back by me.
Detroit Lions gonna be in Baltimore at 1 o'clock. Spread is Ravens -3, and the over/under is 42, bro.
It's in Baltimore.
Yes, sir.
How did the Ravens, after these last few games, get -3? Vegas always pull this little trick, but I'm with Vegas on this one. Give me Baltimore -3. This is when Lamar Jackson them get things back rolling. OBJ get into the end zone this week. Give me on that Baltimore defense, the banged up running game in the backfield without Montgomery might not play. Gibbs may not play, even though I like Craig Reynolds from what Detroit did lately. Give me Baltimore. I don't think Detroit that good of a team, even though they 5-1. I don't think they're as good as their records say they are. Give me Baltimore to win this game. I'll give them the 3 points.
New York, it's on you. Who you got, brother?
I'm taking Detroit with the points +3. I think Detroit is one of the top teams in the league right now. People are still sleeping on them. I don't know why. They get their points. Defense is okay. Defense isn't bad. Their defensive line is good. Hutchinson. The back end might not be all that, but again, their offense makes up for their defense. Baltimore, I feel like they play harder when it's a divisional game. When they play like Cleveland, Cincy, but when they play other teams, they're not the same. So I'm gonna go with Detroit.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Detroit's a very good team, and they've covered every game this season except for one. And Baltimore is 4-2 versus the spread. So let's move on to the next one. We got the Washington Commanders traveling to New York to play the Giants. That's a 1:00 game. The Commanders are favored by 1.5, and the over/under is 39.5. Let's start. Well, let's go back to you, New York. Who you got in this game?
Believe it or not, I got Saquon a bag of chips this one. I'm gonna take them with the upset. If they don't win this game, when are they gonna win? This should be the game that they should get. They're home, which that really doesn't say much because they don't really score at home. But I just got this feeling about the Giants. They actually played all right. They showed some heart last week. I think they got inspired by the other New York team, the Jets, so that made them play a little better. So, and I'm gonna go with the Giants to the points, and I'm also taking that under.
Okay. Can you believe the Giants still ain't scored a touchdown, an offensive touchdown in the first half of any of these games yet? And we in what week 7 now? Week 6?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, Lex, let's go to you. Who you got? Washington and New York.
Run me back with the over and under. What was the over and under?
Over under is 39.5, and the Commanders are favored by 1.5.
All right, so this time I'm gonna do this. America or anywhere in the world, stay away from this game. This is gonna be the trap game. If I'm gonna go anyway to either one of these, I'm not gonna pick no side of any of these teams. It's too much iffy. Washington a better team currently, but the Giants starting to improve and they starting to hit that stride. Starting from the last game versus Buffalo, you can see it. And Saquon back healthy, but if I'm gonna go anyway, give me the over on the spread at 39. Give me the over.
Okay, Antoine, who's your pick?
Man, this is a tough one here. But if Daniel Jones is not playing, Tyrod Taylor is gonna be rolling back out there again. I gotta go with the Commanders. I think I'll take the points for them as well. I think they'll beat them by more than a touchdown. Not a touchdown, more than a field goal, excuse me. And as far as the over-under, I definitely take the under on this one as well. I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring game. These guys suck.
Yeah, I agree. I said it better myself.
Like, that's it. They suck.
They both suck? Or which one?
Trash. Yeah, both of these teams, I mean, I don't think the Commanders is playing up to their potential. Like on offense and defense, they don't play up to their potential. It's just
too iffy with me.
Yeah. But Lex, you're 100% right. Stay away from that game. That is the trap game right there. Let's get into the next one. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers visiting the Los Angeles Rams. Pittsburgh are 3-point underdogs, and the over/under is 43. Since you're the Rams fan on the set, we're going to start with you, Antoine. Who you got?
Take the Rams with the points, bro. Like, the Steelers have shown us nothing all year, man. Like, they played one hard game against a divisional opponent. Outside of that, they've been getting waxed, man. And nobody cares about the Steelers, man.
Okay. That's fair. I can't even argue with you. New York, who you got? Pittsburgh or L.A.?
I'm gonna take the Rams. Was it -3, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Rams -3. I just like that offense better. Again, what my boy said, Pittsburgh have shown nothing. They're actually ranked 30th in the league right now. The defense.
That's still crazy. Say that.
Yeah, I was about to say Tomlinson. We're not used to seeing Tomlin with that type of team or type of defense that's ranked that low. But it's here. It's happening. Rams, they got Kupp, Puka, Atwell. I think it's gonna be just too much for that secondary, and I'm taking the Rams -3.
Okay, Lex, who you got?
I'm not finna let the Pittsburgh Steelers trick me into taking them. Don't care if they win. They can win 3, 4 games in a row. That team, they got Kenny Pickett at quarterback. I keep telling America, do not believe in nothing Kenny Pickett do. That offense is just horrendous. They got running backs. They got Najee Harris being non-existent. The guy went from being a beast in Alabama to being a jag, just another player, man. This is ridiculous.
Just another guy.
Just another guy, man. Do not take Pittsburgh. Don't put your money on it. If you work for a living, don't bet your money on Pittsburgh. If you get it illegally, I can see why you're willing to blow it. But if you're gonna go on any side, take the Rams with the 3 point. Give up the 3 points for the Rams. They just better overall. The Rams should win this game. 3 is kind of cutting it low. But I guess Vegas giving it to them because Pittsburgh coming off a bye week. They're expected to be a little more healthier. They had 2 weeks to prepare for the Rams. But give me the Rams with the 3, -3 Rams all day.
Hey, yo, Lex, do me a favor, bro. Remind America what you say about any quarterback that wears the glove on his throwing hand.
Trash. This guy's trash.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
I've seen a few quarterbacks.
Nah, man, because Kurt Warner used to wear a glove on his throwing hand, man. Come on, man.
Hey,
Don't do that.
He said he's seen a few. Not a lot.
Hey, listen. Kurt Warner did wear a glove. Kurt Warner, he was good. The Rams was loaded talent, coaching wise. Mike Martz was ahead of his time for the Rams. On Greatest Show on Turf, they had Torrey Hart, Isaiah Bruce, Marshall Faulk. Anybody could have played in that system. They could have put me back there. I don't want to keep too much time. Go ahead, Street. Back to the blast off.
Yeah, now I think you went too far. Anybody could have played in that system. Let's get into the next one, man. We got the LA Chargers going up against the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. The Chargers are 5.5 underdogs, and the over-under is 49. Let's go to New York. Who you got in this game?
I'm taking Chargers with the points +5. You said 5.5, right?
Yeah, 5.5.
Yep, I'm taking the Chargers. These two, they always play hard. They always have close games, divisional games. I don't know if Chargers, they blew it. If the Chargers would have won Monday night against Dallas, I probably would have went KC. But now it's kind of like their back is against the wall. They're 2-3. They could possibly be 2-4 if they lose this game. I feel like they need the game more, so they'll play a little harder and get that win.
Okay, Lex, who you got in this matchup?
I'm not gonna let the greatest team, Cowboys game, dictate how they beat the Chargers for my decision on this pick. It's the Cowboys. What else should we expect from last game? So talking about the Chargers, I just think 5.5 is enough points for the Chargers to cover. This is gonna be a close game, but I do believe that the Chargers are gonna outright ruin this game. So America, if you want to make some extra money, sprinkle some money on the money line. Get yourself some little extra cash. But if you want to play it safe, take the 5.5 points with the Chargers. I expect the Chargers just to win this game. They got more talent on both sides of the ball. Kansas City just usually get over the hump with the coaching aspect of it. But ever since they lost the offensive coordinator, it don't look the same. I know they say Andy Reid was calling the plays, but it doesn't look the same. Washington offense kind of look a lot better than the Kansas City offense right now as far as drawing up designs and schemes and concepts. So I'm gonna take the Chargers. Kansas City just don't look the same, and they don't have nobody to get the ball to besides Kelce. And I believe with this game, you got to put Darwin James on Kelce to kind of take him out the game. And then who else do Kansas City got to go to? So give me Chargers outright win, but go to 5.5, and I will take the over of the 49 as well.
Okay. Yeah. Antoine, who you got in this matchup, bro?
I'm always taking the points for the opposite team of the Chiefs, man. Them guys just not playing the same. They're not playing the same. Last week they barely covered the spread. I think they just did cover it.
Yeah,
and that was when the line moved. The line moved to 11 and they covered it. But outside of that, if you put your bet down earlier in the week, you won your bet because they didn't cover that spread. So yeah, I'm going to take the Chargers with the points here. I don't know about them winning outright, so I wouldn't do the money line, but I'll take that 5.5.
Okay. Good stuff. Last but not least, we got definitely the matchup of the weekend. We got the Sunday night game. We got the Miami Dolphins. They're going to be traveling to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. The Dolphins are 1.5-point underdogs, and the over-under is 52. So let's start with Lex. Who you got in this matchup?
1.5. You might as well just take the team you think going to win on the money line. 1.5 points ain't gonna get you nowhere, especially in a game like this. Whoever wins this game gonna be through the either between 3-7 and 10. It makes no sense to take 1.5 point spread. Somebody gonna win by a field goal or more to this game. I actually think the Dolphins offense is too high power for that Eagles defense. Unless the Eagles can get some push up the middle, that's the only way you'll be able to slow Tua down in his offense. But they got so much speed. I think the Dolphins with McDaniels, probably the top coach in the league as far as drawing up schemes and concepts. I think this game would be on the edges a lot as far as running the game. Running game would be on the edges, not too much through the middle, and quick screens, a lot of deep passes. Secondary for the Eagles is weak. The Dolphins' defense is almost as bad as the Giants, but they can outscore you, so it buys them. It helps them out. But I'm gonna stick with the Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins outright to win this game straight up. So no need for me to take the 1.5 points. I'm gonna just go with the Dolphins on the money line.
Okay, you got a score?
No, I'm not gonna predict no score. You guys ain't gonna hold me to it, but give me the Dolphins to win.
Over under 50-52?
The 52 over. So none of them ain't gonna stop each other.
All right. New York, it's on you. Who you got?
Hey, but I will tell you the safest way, if you got any bookie around your way that you bet with, if you can buy the spread down to over to like 47, and if you could take the Dolphins to like +7, that's like automatic. Your money is safe.
Okay. There you go. Free game. New York, who you got?
I'm riding with Philly, the home team. Like A was saying, I'll probably just take the money line too. I really don't believe in that point or 1.5 point. I don't do that. If it's a 1.5 or a point, I'll just take the money line. I think Philly, they got a piece of that humble pie last week against my Jets. You know what I'm saying? We came through. Nobody believed us. God did though, but they got that humble pie.
Who believes? Who believes?
God did.
They ain't believe in us. God did.
But a nice little win, man. It was a nice little win.
But they was kind of shocked last week. I think that woke them up. They're gonna be back to where they supposed to be this week. Their back end is iffy, but that D line, they coming. They're gonna be on Tua this week. I don't think Tua and that O line ever had this type of pressure. So I'm gonna take Philly at home. Take the money line. Sprinkle.
What's the money line for that? It's what, like -130 or something?
It should be around there. Should be around there.
That I don't have in my notes.
He about to stay away from this one. Go ahead.
That's the thing, because the money line is for the Eagles isn't good. You know, the only way you're gonna win money off of this is if you get the money line for the Dolphins. And unfortunately, they got some banged up people in the secondary as well. Xavier Howard's banged up.
Okay.
I don't even know if he's gonna play. He had a calf injury. He left the game last week with a calf injury. One of their linebackers is hurt. I think it's Phillips, Jalen Phillips. He's hurt as well. So they're decimated on defense even more, and their defense isn't good. So, I mean, this is a game that I would stay away from. But if you're gonna bet on it, I would bet the money line for the Dolphins because their offense is just so high powered. They can score at will. They can score in 15, 20 seconds and just, you know, they're that old Kansas City Chiefs offense that was just scoring quickly. But their defense is going to be on the field a lot. So if you're going to bet on it, bet the money line. But I would stay away from the game.
Or people, I don't know if people they do the teaser. I would tease Miami up to what would that be, 7.5? I like that teaser. Mm-hmm. Or the over. If I would bet this game, I'm betting the over. I'm taking the teaser with Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. That's definitely Miami is definitely the perfect game this week for a teaser. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree. I think Miami's gonna win outright. Well, they underdogs anyway, but I think they're gonna win. I like Miami in that game. All right, all right. Any closing thoughts, brothers?
Get money, don't make money, but gamble safely. Don't bet the house on everything. Do your homework. Listen to this podcast, and let's get this money.
My things for all people that listen to this and do sports betting, man, stay away from them damn parlays. Just it's not worth it. Just stay away from them damn parlays. You think you're gonna win off them shit? Oh, excuse me. You think you're gonna win off of them, and you're not. It's gonna be that one leg that's gonna mess you up. So
Like
stay
the
away
San
from those
Francisco
parlays.
49ers?
All them bets.
Yeah.
Like, what'd you say? What was the one bet?
The 49ers.
All right, we're gonna put a bow on this. We got my boy New York from Empire Sports Zone. We got my boy Lex from
Hold on, I ain't give you
Real
my
Sports
closing. Let me
Covering.
give you my closing.
Why you trying to talk about the Niners, man? They
Because
ruled
that's
the
not
world.
important. That's not important. That's not important.
My
We
man
didn't even
say
mention
stop.
it.
My man say stop betting parlays because there's always that one leg that kill you. 99.7% of America got killed for the 49ers
Why are
last
you
week.
doing this?
No, I'm just statistically
uncalled
stating
for,
the
man.
fact.
It's
So what I'm
facts.
saying,
It's facts.
Totally
so what I'm-
unnecessary.
so my closing would be like New York said, bet responsible. Do not go into any bet thinking that it's an automatic lock that you're gonna win it all. Parlays, if you're gonna bet parlays, like Antoine say, that 10 leg, every once in a while you get a 10 leg, 15 leg, but it happens here and there every blue moon. But the best way to bet a parlay, 3 games. 3 games is probably your best option to bet a parlay. You got better chance to win on the 3 leg than anything else. My closing note would be the Cowboys on a bye week this week. So America, I expect that the ratings for the NFL to drop this week, but next week it'll be right back up when we back on the field playing the Eagles. Roger Goodell, I just want to apologize to you ahead of time. The ratings will take a dip this week.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, man. This guy's out of control, man. Antoine, you got anything you want to add? You want to tell the people where they can find you at?
Oh,
Tell them
man.
about your podcast, all that good stuff.
Well, yeah, man. You guys can look me up, Fantasy Addicts Anonymous. That's Fantasy AA. Got the Patreon that you can support the channel. That's patreon.com/Fantasy AA. Thank you.
All right. There we have another good show, fellas. America, take heed to this advice. Just showed you how to beat the bookie. So we signing out. We got my boy New York from Empire Sports Zone. We got my boy Lex from Real Sports Covering. And once again, we want to thank Antoine from Fantasy AA and the 2 Cents and Nonsense podcast for joining us. Like, subscribe, and share. Costs nothing to show love.